So I'd like to take this opportunity to reflect on the 82nd anniversary of Kristallnacht. One of the key moments in what was described last night by the governor as a stain on the history of the world, of course, the Holocaust. It was on the 82nd anniversary of Kristallnacht that the Adelaide Holocaust Museum and Steiner Education Centre was launched last night and is now going to be open to the public, open to school students, to deliver Holocaust education, which is so important indeed, not just in terms for our Jewish community here in South Australia, but as a moral obligation for us to continue telling the stories of the Holocaust, especially now that people like Andrew Steiner, an Adelaide artist and Holocaust survivor who's been telling his story and the story of the Holocaust to Adelaide school students for 30 years. Our Holocaust survivors aren't going to be with us forever, and so at this moment in time it's never been more important to have a facility such as the museum, the Holocaust Museum, established as we launched it last night. I appreciated the Deputy Premier. I know I was sitting next to her. It was an emotional evening. It was emceed very well by Councillor Greg Mackey, underlying the role that the History Trust played. The South Australian Government contributed $100,000 in the development of education programs and support for the infrastructure through the Education Department and the History Trust. James Stephens indeed came to see me as the Education Minister, James Stephens, the member for Sturt, not so long ago, to talk about how he was keen to lobby the federal government for more support, and I supported him in that endeavour along with the Premier. And Josh Frydenberg, the Federal Treasurer, just recently visited the museum, which was almost complete, and I thought it was in pretty good nick when we were visiting a few weeks ago, and it's going to be delivering an excellent experience for our young people from day one. But I tell you what, the $2.5 million announcement that the Commonwealth has put in is going to enhance that facility so much in the years ahead. Schools will be engaged in the program, we'll deliver further curriculum supports, we'll continue to support our schools so that they can give that program to their students, so they can be exposed to education about the Holocaust in the years ahead. This is a tremendous development, and commendations to Nicola Zuckerman and her board, all of the contributions from donors and philanthropists, and especially Andrew Steiner, OAM, the man whose idea has become a reality now and it will into the future have an amazing impact on our community.